Ford just unveiled a Mustang that thinks for itself. And it's about to make every German coupe in this segment look ancient. This is the 2027 Ford Mustang Boss 302, and within the next 15 minutes, you're going to see every single detail that makes this the most important Mustang Ford has built in 20 years. Stick around. What's coming around the 9-minute mark involving the AI track system will completely change how you think about American performance. What's up, speed demons? Welcome back to Revan Culture, the channel where we break down the future of performance before it even hits the showroom floor. If you live for next-gen muscle, concept reveals, and the technology rewriting what a sports coupe can do, you're exactly where you need to be. This is going to be a deep one, so grab something to drink, get comfortable, and let's get into every detail Ford has put into this machine. Let's start with the heart of this machine, because Ford did not hold back. The Boss 302 nameplate returns with a twin-turbocharged 5.0-liter Coyote V8 producing a projected 650 horsepower and 620 pound-feet of torque. That alone would make headlines. But Ford added an optional hybrid assist module, a single electric motor integrated into the transmission housing that adds an instant 60 horsepower of electric torque fill the moment you mash the throttle. Combined output with the hybrid system engaged climbs past 700 horsepower. That translates to a 0 to 60 sprint in the low 3-second range, a quarter-mile time hovering around 10.9 seconds, and a top speed pushing past 190 miles per hour with the optional aero package removed. This isn't just a horsepower number, it's a complete rethink of how a V8 muscle coupe delivers power to the pavement. The transmission lineup is just as important as the engine. Ford is offering both a 6-speed manual with rev matching that can be toggled off for purists, and a new 10-speed dual-clutch automatic that shifts in under 100 milliseconds. For the first time on a Boss-badged Mustang, Ford is offering all-wheel drive as an option, an adaptive torque vectoring system that shifts power instantly between the front and rear axles for launches that genuinely rival six-figure exotics. Rear-wheel drive remains standard for the purists who want raw, tail-happy character. Underneath, the chassis has been completely reworked with a new double wishbone front suspension, borrowed from Ford's GT supercar program, paired with adaptive MagneRide dampers that read the road 1,000 times per second and adjust stiffness instantly. Brembo carbon ceramic brakes are available, shaving over 20 pounds of rotational mass and resisting fade even after repeated track laps. Ford's engineers reportedly built this car around one mission: make the Boss 302 the fastest, most track-capable production Mustang ever sold to the public. Full stop. Here's where things get wild. The 2027 Boss 302 debuts Ford's next-gen Blue Cruise 2.5 autonomous system, now capable of full hands-free driving on over 200,000 miles of mapped roads across North America, complete with automatic lane changes and traffic light recognition for daily commuting duty. But the real story, and this is the part I teased earlier, is the AI track code. This onboard system learns your driving inputs lap after lap on a closed circuit and gives you real-time coaching on braking points, throttle application, and racing lines, all displayed through the curved 13.2-inch driver instrument cluster. It's like having a professional driving instructor riding shotgun, except pure software, learning and adapting to your specific car and tire setup every single session. After enough laps, it builds a personalized ghost lap you can race against in real time. The cabin also features adaptive AI sound design, generating a synthetic V8 exhaust note piped through the audio system that can be tuned from a subtle daily cruiser hum to full Boss 302 thunder at the tap of a button. And yes, purists will be relieved to know the actual mechanical exhaust note is still there underneath it, untouched. Connectivity is equally next level. The Boss 302 comes with satellite-based over-the-air updates so performance calibrations can improve without a dealer visit, a built-in track day data logger that records every lap with GPS overlay, brake temperature, and tire slip data, and seamless smartphone integration that lets you live stream telemetry to friends or instructors watching from the pit wall. There's also a new driver profile system that remembers your seat position, drive mode, steering weight, and even your preferred synthetic exhaust tone across multiple key fobs, useful for couples or families sharing the car. Safety tech hasn't been ignored either. The Boss 302 includes Ford's latest pre-collision assist with pedestrian and cyclist detection, a 360-degree camera system specifically tuned to help with the car's lower ride height, and a track-specific stability control mode that allows controlled slip without fully cutting power, a feature enthusiasts have been begging Ford for since the last generation. Step inside, and this is not the Spartan muscle car interior you remember from Mustang's past. Ford went all in on a driver-focused cockpit with a 15.5-inch curved digital display flowing seamlessly into the gauge cluster, real carbon fiber trim across the dash and console, and available semi-aniline leather sports seats with heating, cooling, and active bolster support that physically tightens around you under hard cornering. Despite the performance intent, Ford engineered serious sound insulation and adaptive noise cancellation technology, so highway cruising stays remarkably quiet right up until you want it loud, at which point the active exhaust and cabin sound system flip the switch entirely. A B&O premium audio system with 14 speakers is available, along with a heads-up display that projects speed, gear, and turn-by-turn navigation directly onto the windshield. Rear visibility and ergonomics have also been improved, with a redesigned center console housing wireless charging, USB-C fast charging ports front and rear, and a rotary drive mode selector that's been pulled directly from feedback on Ford's GT Supercar program. It's a cabin that finally feels like it belongs next to its six-figure rivals, premium, tactile, and genuinely driver-obsessed, without losing the muscle car attitude that made people fall in love with the Mustang in the first place. Visually, the Boss 302 is unmistakably Mustang, but sharpened into something far more aggressive. Think a lower, wider stance, a deeply sculpted front fascia with functional air channels feeding the brakes and intercoolers, and a fastback coupe silhouette that's been stretched and lowered for better aerodynamic balance at speed. Signature tri-bar LED lighting returns front and rear, now with sequential animations and a dedicated Boss startup light show that plays every time you unlock the car. A functional rear diffuser, an available carbon fiber wing with adjustable angle of attack and staggered forged wheels, 19-inch front, 20-inch rear, complete a look that says race ready without screaming for attention. It's aggressive but tailored, with body lines that reduce drag by a claimed 12% over the outgoing GT model, while simultaneously increasing front-end downforce. Paint options lean into heritage too, with a callback sonic blue shade and a track-only matte Boss orange that pays homage to the original 1969 Boss 302. So how does this stack up against the competition? Against the BMW M4 competition, the Boss 302 wins decisively on raw power and price to performance, delivering more horsepower for tens of thousands less, though the BMW still edges it slightly on interior fit and finish refinement and long-term resale value in European markets. Compared to the Mercedes-AMG C63 Coupe, the Boss 302 delivers a more visceral analog driving character, thanks to its naturally breathing V8 character even with turbos added, while matching it almost dead, even on onboard technology and infotainment sophistication. The AMG still wins on interior materials at the very top trim, but the Ford undercuts it by a significant margin on price. Against the Chevrolet Camaro's successor rumors and the Dodge Charger Daytona's electric and hybrid lineup, Ford's combination of all-wheel drive launch control and AI-assisted track coaching genuinely puts the Boss 302 a step ahead in outright usable capability, especially for drivers who want a learning tool, not just a fast car. The Porsche 718 Cayman crowd will argue handling purity until the day they die, and they're not entirely wrong. The Cayman's mid-engine balance is still the benchmark for cornering feel. But for raw power per dollar, daily usability, and outright straight-line performance, nothing in this segment touches the Boss 302. Now let's talk dollars and cents. Because performance numbers don't mean much if the car bankrupts you in year 3. Fuel economy is projected around 16 city and 24 highway mpg in standard rear-wheel drive form, dropping slightly with the hybrid assist and AWD system engaged hard, which is still competitive for a car producing this much horsepower. Maintenance costs should land in line with previous Mustang GT ownership, meaningfully cheaper than the BMW M4 or AMG C63, both of which carry steeper scheduled service intervals, pricier OEM parts, and dealer-only diagnostic requirements that add up fast. Ford's parts network and independent shop availability remain a major advantage here for anyone planning to keep the car long-term or modify it. Insurance will run on the higher end given the performance specs and horsepower figures, comparable to what current Mustang GT and Dark Horse owners already pay, though noticeably less than insuring an AMG or M4 of equivalent power. Depreciation is the one area to watch. Mustangs historically hold value better than German rivals in the first 5 years but can soften faster after that, so buyers planning to keep the car long-term will see the best return. Overall, this positions the Boss 302 less as a luxury investment and more as a high-performance value play. Supercar-adjacent capability without supercar-adjacent ownership pain, which has always been the core appeal of the Mustang nameplate. Ford is expected to officially launch the 2027 Boss 302 in late summer 2027, with production beginning shortly after at the Flat Rock Assembly Plant in Michigan. Order banks are projected to open ahead of physical production, with the first customer deliveries targeted for September 2027. Pricing is projected to start around $58,000 for the base Boss 302 with a manual transmission and rear-wheel drive. Stepping up to the 10-speed dual-clutch and AWD pushes the price closer to $66,000. A fully loaded model with the hybrid assist package, carbon ceramic brakes, the adjustable carbon wing, and the full technology and audio suite is expected to land around $74,000 to $76,000. Expect availability to roll out first across North America, followed by select European and Middle Eastern markets by early 2028, with right-hand drive markets like Australia, New Zealand, and the UK following shortly after. A limited anniversary edition trim, capped at a few thousand units globally, is also rumored to commemorate the Boss nameplate's return. If this is real, the 2027 Boss 302 isn't just another Mustang trim. It's a statement that American muscle can go toe-to-toe with anything Germany builds, on power, on technology, and on price. From the AI track coach to the AWD launch system to that fully reworked chassis, Ford has built a car that finally backs up the Boss name with substance, not just a sticker. Drop a comment and tell me, would you take this over an M4 or an AMG C63? And which feature just sold you, the AI track coach, the AWD launch control, or that adjustable synthetic exhaust note? Make sure to subscribe for more in-depth reviews, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on everything you need to know about next-gen vehicles. This is Rev Culture. We'll see you in the next one.